There comes a moment in every life, a crossroads where fear and faith meet. A valley where voices of doubt echo louder than truth. And it is in that moment, with knees trembling and heart pounding, that a voice rises, not from the outside, but from deep within. It says, I will not quit. I will not back down. I will rise. I will win. This is not just a declaration. This is not a slogan to be chanted at a rally. This is a cry of the soul. It is the anthem of the overcomer, the warrior, the child who has fallen and chooses to stand again. And I am here to tell you, you were born to win. Victory begins in the heart before it's ever seen in life. You see, the world is quick to judge by appearances, quick to celebrate outward success, and quick to measure the strength of a person based on what they have or what they can do. But the truth is, the real victory begins in the unseen places, the inner sanctum of your heart, where belief is birthed, where dreams are nurtured, and where strength is forged. Victory is not just about what the eyes can see. It's not simply about winning a race or reaching the highest peak of your career. True victory begins in the silent, sacred moments of the soul, where you decide that you will not quit, where you choose to stand when every circumstance tells you to fall. It's the quiet, unwavering decision to refuse to be moved by the storms of life. That decision, that declaration, starts within the heart. It is in that sacred space where true strength is formed. I want you to understand something vital. How you see yourself in the quietest moments will define how you respond in the loudest ones. Life will present challenges, no doubt. There will be times when you feel broken, when everything you've worked for seems to slip through your fingers like sand. But in those moments, the question will not be about how strong you appear on the outside. The question will be, what do you believe inside? Do you believe that you are destined for greatness? Do you believe that you have the ability to overcome no matter the obstacle? Do you believe that the same power that formed the universe is available to you when you need it most? The truth is, victory is not always immediate. You may not see the results of your hard work right away. The fruits of your labor may take time to ripen. But the foundation of that victory is built long before the visible signs of success ever appear. It is built on the belief that you are capable, that you are worthy, that your effort matters, even when it seems to go unnoticed. Consider the seeds of a tree. Beneath the surface, where no one can see, the seed is quietly pushing against the soil. It is not making noise. It is not being applauded. But deep within, it is growing, stretching toward the light. Victory begins just like that. It starts in the depths, when you push through the hardships, when you dig deep into your soul to find that reserve of strength you never knew was there. When you stand firm in the belief that you are capable of achieving what you set your heart on, that belief begins to shape your actions. It impacts how you work, how you move, how you carry yourself in the face of adversity. What you believe about yourself, what you choose to affirm in your heart, will manifest in your actions. So when the world says you can't, and your own doubts rise up to meet you, your heart will rise up and say, yes, I can. But it's not just about positive thinking. It's about anchoring your heart in something unshakable. It's about finding strength in something greater than yourself. When the storms come, when the doubts try to sink you, the victory in your heart will hold you steady. It's a victory that is not won in the external world, but in the deep places where no one sees. It's a victory of conviction, of resilience, of holding on to a truth that the world cannot take from you. So when life tries to pull you down, remember that the first victory is always internal. The first battle is won not in your circumstances, but in the quiet places of your soul, where you choose to stand tall, to press on, and to declare, I will win. That is where the real fight happens. That is where true strength is built. And once you've won in your heart, the external world will have no choice but to follow suit. The victory that begins inside will eventually be made manifest on the outside. And when it does, it will be a reflection of the unshakable conviction that you have carried within you all along. Victory begins in the heart. And when that heart is steadfast, nothing can stand in its way. You are not defined by your past, but by your resilience. Life has a way of shaping us, sometimes through joy, but more often through hardship. We are all shaped by experiences, but it is not those experiences that define us. It is how we respond to them, how we choose to move forward, that ultimately determines the course of our lives. Many people become trapped by the weight of their pasts. living in a shadow of who they once were or what they have gone through. Their minds are anchored in the mistakes they've made, the failures they've experienced, and the hurts they've endured. They carry these burdens like a heavy cloak that drags them down, believing that because of what they've been through, they are forever bound by it. But hear this truth: your past does not have the power to dictate your future unless you let it. What you've experienced does not have the final say over who you are or what you can achieve. Your past may have been filled with struggles, but it is your ability to rise from those struggles, to learn from them, and to keep moving forward that defines who you are. Resilience is the power to rise above your circumstances, to acknowledge the pain but not to be consumed by it. It is the strength to get up after each fall and to keep going, even when the road ahead seems impossible. Look at the great stories of triumph in history. The most inspiring tales are not about those who had smooth, easy paths, but about those who faced challenges and setbacks, some of them catastrophic, and yet found the courage to keep going. It was their resilience that turned their failure into a stepping stone, their hurt into a weapon for strength. Their victories were not defined by the absence of struggle, but by their ability to endure through it. You see, resilience doesn't mean pretending that your past didn't happen. It doesn't mean glossing over the wounds or ignoring the scars. No, it means accepting what has happened, learning from it, and then choosing to move forward. The past may have been painful, but it can serve as a teacher, not a jailer. It can show you what doesn't work, help you recognize what you need to avoid, and reveal the depth of strength you didn't know you had. Resilience also means taking ownership of your life. You have the power to choose how you respond to what life throws at you. It's easy to fall into the victim mentality, to believe that the world is against you and that you're helpless in the face of adversity. But victory belongs to those who refuse to be victims. It belongs to those who rise above their circumstances and say, "This will not define me. I will rise." It's not about the things that happen to you. It's about how you respond to them. When life knocks you down, and it will you stay down or will you stand up? Will you let the weight of your past hold you back, or will you use it as a springboard to propel you into a new future? Resilience means having the courage to face your fears head on and saying, "I will not be defined by what happened to me, but by what I choose to become." It's about refusing to let pain, failure, or disappointment take your power. It's about finding your strength in the face of adversity and understanding that you have everything you need to move forward. Every setback, every failure, and every hurt is an opportunity to develop resilience. It's in those moments that we discover the true depth of our strength and our ability to overcome. It's in those moments that we learn what we are truly made of. And it is that resilience, that ability to bounce back and keep moving, that will lead you to victory. So when you look back at your past, don't let it be a source of shame or regret. Let it be a reminder of your strength, of how far you've come, and of the power you have within you to rise above anything life throws at you. Your past may be a chapter in your story, but it is not the whole book. You have the power to turn the page and write a new chapter, one defined not by what you've endured, but by your courage to move forward, by your refusal to let the past determine your future. You are not defined by your past. You are defined by your resilience, the power within you to keep going, to keep rising, and to keep winning. The greatest battles are spiritual and internal, not external. We often think of battles as external struggles, the challenges we face in the world, the conflicts that arise with others, or the obstacles we encounter in our journey through life. While those challenges are very real, the most significant battles we face are not fought in the open, not on the physical battlefield. They are fought within us, in the unseen places of our hearts and minds. The battles within us are the ones that shape who we truly are. They are the battles for our thoughts, our attitudes, and our perspectives. They are the battles for our peace, our hope, and our very sense of purpose. These internal battles can be far more difficult and intense than any external struggle because they are fought in the deepest recesses of our souls, where our fears, doubts, insecurities, and self-doubt reside. In life, you will encounter external challenges, people who oppose you, circumstances that seem impossible, situations that leave you feeling powerless. But it is the internal battles that determine how you will face those external challenges. The battle for your mind, the battle for your heart, the battle for your spirit, these are the ones that prepare you to stand firm. when the storm rages around you, when doubt whispers in your ear, when fear clouds your vision, when despair threatens to overtake you. Those are the real battles. Can you hold on to hope in the face of hopelessness? Can you choose faith when everything around you seems to be falling apart? Can you choose to believe in yourself, in your purpose, and in your strength when the world tells you to give up? The external world may see you struggle, but they cannot see the real battle. They cannot see the invisible war that rages within you, and they cannot see the power you have to overcome it. This is where true victory is won, in the unseen internal battles of the heart and mind. The world may measure success by external accomplishments, by trophies, by accolades, by what you own or how you look. But true success is measured by your ability to conquer the internal battles. Consider this: the most powerful people are not those who have conquered the world, but those who have conquered themselves. The real victory comes not when you defeat others, but when you defeat the fears, insecurities, and limitations that exist within you. The external struggles may push you to your limits, but it is in the fight within your own heart and mind that you find your true strength. The enemy is not always a person or a situation. Sometimes the enemy is within you, the voice of doubt, the temptation to give up, the fear of failure. These are the true adversaries that must be faced head on. And the way to win these battles is not by physical strength or external force, but by strength of character, by holding on to hope, by choosing to rise above the negative forces within. In these internal battles, the weapons you wield are not swords or shields, but determination, resilience, and faith. Your mind is your battlefield, and your thoughts are the weapons. What you believe, what you tell yourself, will either empower you or weaken you. When you face the battle of self-doubt, for example, it is not the absence of fear that determines the outcome, but how you respond to that fear. Will you allow the fear to control you, or will you rise above it with the strength of your own will? There is no external challenge that can defeat you if you have won the internal battle. The more you fight the battles within yourself, facing your fears, overcoming your insecurities, refusing to give in to self-pity or self-doubt, the stronger you become. And when you face the external struggles of life, you will stand firm, because the foundation of your victory was built in the internal battles you fought and won. These internal battles may not always be visible to the world, but they are the ones that shape you into the person you are meant to. They are the ones that build your character, your resilience, and your strength. And as you continue to fight these internal battles with courage and faith, you will find that the external struggles become easier to overcome because you're already victorious within. So remember, the greatest battles you will face are not fought in the physical realm, but within the very core of your being. The victory is already yours when you learn to conquer the battle within. As you win the fight for your heart, mind, and spirit, you will find that no external challenge will ever be able to defeat you. You are the warrior of your own soul, and it is through the strength of your inner battles that you will find true victory. Victory belongs to those who refuse to be victims. Life is filled with hardship and setbacks. Every person will face moments of adversity, times when it feels like the weight of the world is bearing down upon them. In those moments, it is easy to feel powerless, to believe that circumstances are too great to overcome, or to fall into the trap of thinking that you are a victim of your situation. But victory doesn't belong to those who give in to their circumstances. It belongs to those who refuse to be defined by them. The first step in refusing to be a victim is to acknowledge that while you cannot always control what happens to you, you can control how you respond. Life will throw challenges your way, but it's up to you whether you allow those challenges to defeat you or whether you rise above them. It's about mindset. A victim's mindset says, this is too hard, I can't do it. A victor's mindset says, this is hard, but I will not be overcome. When you view yourself as a victim, you give up your power, you surrender control over your life and allow external forces to dictate your journey. But when you choose to refuse victimhood, you reclaim your power. You take control of how you respond to life's difficulties, and you make a conscious decision to rise above them. The victim mentality is a powerful force because it feeds on fear and helplessness. It wants you to believe that you are small and insignificant, that your dreams are too big, and that the obstacles in your way are insurmountable. It tells you that you are not capable of overcoming the struggles you face, that you are at the mercy of circumstances beyond your control. But the truth is, every obstacle you face is an opportunity to rise higher. Every setback is a chance to learn and grow. Every failure is not an end, but a lesson that propels you towards success. Refusing to be a victim doesn't mean ignoring pain or pretending that hardships don't affect you. No, it means facing those hardships with courage and determination, even when the path is unclear. It means acknowledging that life is not always fair, but choosing to take responsibility for how you move forward. It means deciding that you will not allow your circumstances to control your story. When you stop seeing yourself as a victim, you shift your focus from what has been done to you to what you can do in response. Instead of dwelling on the past or fixating on how unfair life is, you start looking for solutions. You begin to see that no matter how tough things get, you have within you the strength to keep going. You realize that you are not at the mercy of your circumstances, but that you have the power to rise above them, to change your situation and to build the life you deserve. There is a profound strength in choosing to refuse victimhood. It's not about denying reality or pretending everything is perfect. It's about owning your power to respond to life's challenges. It's about taking control of your own narrative instead of letting the past or external circumstances dictate your future. Choosing to refuse to be a victim also means developing resilience. When you face difficulties with a mindset of strength and determination, you build resilience. The ability to bounce back, to recover, to grow even stronger after each setback. Resilience is the muscle that is developed in the gym of adversity. Every time you refuse to let a challenge defeat you, you grow more resilient and you become more capable of handling whatever comes next. The more you refuse to be a victim, the more you prove to yourself that you are capable of facing any storm. It's also important to remember that refusing to be a victim is a decision that you have to make over and over again. Life doesn't always give you smooth sailing, and at times it can feel like everything is working against you. But each time you decide not to let life's struggles define you, you move closer to victory. Each time you choose to take action rather than sit back and accept defeat, you build a path towards success. Victory is not an event, it's a mindset, a way of living. It's the decision that no matter what happens, you will keep fighting, keep striving, and keep believing. Victory belongs to those who refuse to be victims because in the face of adversity, they choose to stand tall. They refuse to let the circumstances of their lives determine their future. They take control of their actions, their mindset, and their belief in themselves. And in doing so, they create the future they desire. A future not dictated by their struggles, but by their courage to rise above them. So, no matter what you're facing right now, refuse to be a victim. Decide today that you will not allow your circumstances to define you. Embrace your strength, take responsibility for your actions, and rise above the challenges that seek to hold you down. Victory is yours when you choose to stand up, fight back, and never allow yourself to be defeated. Declaring "I will win" is not arrogance, it is faith in motion. In a world that often confuses confidence with pride, it's important to understand that declaring victory is not a boast, nor is it an attempt to elevate oneself above others. It is a powerful affirmation of belief, a statement of intention, and an act of faith. When you declare "I will win," you are speaking truth over your life, acknowledging your potential and aligning yourself with a higher purpose. Many people shy away from declaring their intentions or speaking about their goals because they fear the judgment of others, or they worry that their words will be seen as empty promises. Some might say, "Who are you to declare victory before you've even achieved it?" But here's the truth. The greatest victories often begin with a declaration of faith. Before anything substantial can be built in the physical world, it must first be conceived in the mind and spoken into existence. When you declare "I will win," you are laying the foundation for success. You are acknowledging that victory begins not in the physical realm, but in your heart, mind, and spirit. You are telling yourself that you are worthy, capable, and ready to face whatever challenges lie ahead. This declaration is not about arrogance or an inflated sense of self-importance. It's about recognizing the truth that you have been created for greatness, and you are willing to take the steps necessary to achieve it. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. By declaring that you will win, you are putting your faith into motion. You are not waiting for the external circumstances to change before you believe in yourself. You are not waiting for the perfect opportunity to present itself before you take action. You are stepping out in faith, knowing that even though the road may be unclear, the path will unfold as you move forward. When you speak victory over your life, you are aligning your mind with your goals. Your thoughts are powerful. They have the power to shape your reality, influence your decisions, and guide your actions. A victory mindset is a mindset of possibility. It is a mindset that believes in solutions rather than problems, in growth rather than stagnation, in progress rather than defeat. When you declare, "I will win," you are shifting your mindset from one of limitation to one of abundance. You are training your mind to see opportunities where others might see obstacles, and to push through difficulties with the belief that success is inevitable. Faith is not a passive belief, it is an active force. When you declare, "I will win," you are committing yourself to the actions that will bring that victory to fruition. It is not enough to simply speak words without backing them up with effort. Faith without works is dead. You must be willing to put in the hard work, the dedication, and the perseverance required to achieve your goals. But the declaration itself is an essential first step. It sets the stage for everything that follows. By declaring your intention, you are telling the universe and yourself that you are ready for what is to come. You are preparing your mind to face the challenges ahead with courage and determination. Another key aspect of declaring, "I will win," is the power it gives you to overcome fear. Fear often holds people back from pursuing their dreams because they are afraid of failure, judgment, or rejection. But when you declare that you will win, you are confronting that fear head on. You are making a statement that you will not be held back by fear of failure because you are choosing to believe in success instead. This declaration is a powerful antidote to fear because it shifts your focus from what could go wrong to what could go right. Fear thrives in the absence of belief, but faith conquers. Declaring, "I will win," also strengthens your resolve. It's easy to be motivated at the beginning of a journey, but the real test of your character comes when challenges arise, when obstacles seem insurmountable, and when you are tempted to quit. But by declaring your intention early on, you set a mental and emotional anchor that keeps you focused on your goal even when the road gets tough. This declaration becomes your compass, guiding you through the storms and helping you stay on course. It is important to understand that victory is not just an end result, it is a process. Declaring, "I will win," is not about guaranteeing immediate success, but about embracing the journey. It is about having the faith to believe that no matter the setbacks, no matter the delays, no matter the challenges, you will reach your destination because you have already made the decision to keep moving forward. In essence, declaring "I will win" is a statement of personal power and faith. It is not a boastful proclamation, but a deep inner belief that you are capable of achieving what you set your heart on. It is the faith to believe in yourself even when the path ahead is uncertain, and the determination to keep pushing forward, knowing that victory is within your grasp. When you speak it, believe it, and act on it, the universe will align to make it happen. So speak it, declare it, let your faith be seen in the way you carry yourself, in the way you face each challenge, and in the way you keep going when others would give up. "I will win" is not just a phrase, it's the beginning of a journey toward victory. In the end, victory is not a distant dream or a far-off destination. It is a mindset, a journey, and a way of life. It begins in the heart, where belief is nurtured, and it is carried through by resilience, courage, and unwavering faith. The battle for victory is fought within, against doubt, fear, and the limitations we place on ourselves. When you declare, "I will win," you are not merely speaking words, you are setting a course, building a foundation, and taking control of your destiny. The greatest victories are won not by the absence of obstacles, but by the determination to face those obstacles and rise above them. The path to success is rarely easy, but it is always worth the effort when fueled by a belief in yourself, your purpose, and your ability to overcome whatever comes your way. Remember, it is not the setbacks or challenges that define you, but how you respond to them. Each moment of adversity is an opportunity for growth, for strength, and for victory. So let your declaration resonate deeply within you, for it is more than just words. It is a declaration of your unwavering commitment to your goals. Keep moving forward with the confidence that despite the storms, you are destined to win. The road may be long, the challenges may seem insurmountable at times, but with faith, resilience, and an unyielding spirit, you will emerge victorious. The victory is already within you, waiting to unfold. And the moment you fully embrace the truth of your declaration, the world will begin to align with your vision. You will win.